All right, guys, Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, almost around. So, talk about unloader, troubleshooting it, see if it's if it's still working properly. So, a couple things. When we have ours set up on our outlet for the pressure side, we have a 3/8 inch quick connect. On the 8 gallon a minute, we have to have a 1/2 inch to 3/8 inch adapter. Depending on your configuration, you may just have a double male connection here. For troubleshooting, it's very helpful to again take it off of a good working machine and then basically put your quick connect on there so you can test any or all of them at once. So we put our 3/8 inch male for the inlet. You can either do it from this backside or come up through the bottom. And then we do 3/8 inch. You can do, doesn't matter what size for your bypass on a trap pressure one. If it's a flow unloader, it'll be different. But so it's got a bypass here, it's got a bypass here. So depending on the orientation of your pump and where everything else is, you can decide to go left or right. We put these quick connects on and off there. One for winterizing, you don't end up with the water stuck in here that freezes and messes up your pump there. I've had it bypass both ways, so it really takes a lot of the pressure off of there. And as always with your unloader, you can run pretty much unlimited amount of hose back to it. There's a lot of people that will recommend that you put, instead of like 2 or 3 feet, to put 5 to 10 feet of hose. It just helps it because that water also helps to kind of slow that pushback. Obviously we have our 3/8 inch out. Depending on your configuration, you may have this as a male fitting out. Ours all go from, this is our outlet, that's our in. So we put this on the pressure washer, start her up. You can put your bypass hose. If you're testing this in a shop, have that obviously squirting somewhere outside. Put at least a jumper hose of like 10 to 20 feet. Probably just have a coil of fresh hose and your gun. So you start spraying. Basically no water should be coming out of here when you're spraying. If you have to adjust it, that's fine, but once you tighten it, then you really shouldn't see water coming out of here. If water's coming out while you're spraying and it's a heavy stream, most likely your unloader's shot. When you let off the trigger, then this should just shoot crazy amounts. Almost all the water should be bypassing there. You'll still have some pressure in the line, but otherwise everything should be going out there. And then as soon as you pull it back and open up the trigger, or pull the trigger, then this should again stop all the flow coming out of it. You may have a tiny trickle out of it. That's fine, and even under normal operation, that's okay. Typically what we'll see happen where people will have an issue is that either ball valve or the hose or some fitting is leaking, which is causing this to cycle, and you can hear the engine going da, 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 and it'll be kind of quiet for a moment and then it'll kick up again. So that's the basics of how to troubleshoot these. So you could literally have somebody go ahead and put, with all of ours are supposed to be set up this way, take a good working pressure washer, throw it on, quick connect it, put these 2 hoses on, fire your machine up, check, see how it works, and then doesn't work, you take this off, take that off, take that off. You can take, this part will come off, and you can actually see inside there, and also this bolt here and even there, you can actually take this part off. There's a spring and a ball in there. That's pretty much the extent of dealing with an unloader. So that's how you'd actually adjust it, higher pressure, lower pressure, but that's really what you want to do, is set it with the appropriate size tip. So this would be one of the times you wouldn't use your soft wash tips necessarily. Soft wash tips will help you test if the unloader is working, but not to set the unloader. So that's good.